Yeah, just look at the way he was fortifying Europe. I saw it and I knew we could use him. Ladies and gents, we got him. Okay, so the early game was standard. I secured South America with the help of a blizzard, and yellow won the fight for Australia. Blue won America with the same blizzard, and green and red were eventually defeated. At this point, black and yellow began to try to hold Europe and Asia, but I didn't think they would last, and I saw this as an opportunity to take and hold Africa. But I needed them to infight for me to hold it. This right here is when my game plan started to form, with me using black to fight blue, because I thought blue had the strongest position, and I saw that if I took him on with our relatively even troops, I wouldn't win against yellow, because yellow had a stack on Australia. I played the mid game very passively. I was just fortifying troops and getting cards. However, everybody was doing this, so it was essentially a waiting game. I thought blue would get bored, but apart from the skirmishers, black was the first one to make a large move. Remember that I've helped him hold Europe by protecting his southern border, and he had a lot of troops built up. Blue pulled out of Europe, and black began gearing up. At this point, I did consider just gunning for black, but my first roll was really, really bad, and so I gave up. Looking back, I think this was actually lucky, because if I had tried to hold Europe, I would have been pinched between blue and yellow, and I wouldn't have had enough troops to kill both. I don't know why black thought this attack was a good idea, or even probable, but it was what I wanted, and it was very good for me. Blue sees that they're not going to win anymore, essentially, or that they're not strong, and they just decide to kill black. Yellow makes a mistake, a pretty big mistake in my opinion, by not making a move because the board is so takeable, and during my turn, the board is essentially mine. I kill blue and just fortify as best as I can, but I still think yellow could have won, because we were even on troops and he was well set up to take America and dodge most of my defense. However, he opts for the head-on strat, and this resulted in him just being ridiculously outnumbered in the next turn. At this point, I won, and I just polished him off. If you watched till the end, thank you, and maybe drop a like.